The Fly Fifer and Just Another Monkey. Time to backpedal forwards down the rabbit hole.
Here we go again, and I promise to change that fucking jingle. What am I doing now?
No, just pointing.
Did I miss something?
I'm showing you my finger.
Oh, nice finger. We've pushed the button. Anyway, here we go again. As Andrew or Big G would say, here we go.
Here we go.
Something I never ever understood whenever I seen you do that, because I didn't know you at first. I was like, what the fuck is this? What's going on? And then I always seen you, taking a drink on it, and I never understood it. Being a non-drinking, nearly 50-year-old, I was like, what the fuck is this all about? And then I would look at your phone, and I was like, fucking millions of cunts following him. What's this boy all about? But here I am, sitting in his fucking front room. We're talking.
Sipping tea.
And eating caviar.
Look, personal touch.
And he's
I'm Little Miss Fun, baby. I'm staying in.
That's what you get for having lollipops in your car, you cunt.
Lollipops in the car. Aye. Fucking Little Miss Fun,
God, you
indeed.
lollipop.
Aye.
Did you ever see that video?
Aye.
The funeral. Ooh, I'd hate bumping into that
When you
fucker in
were-
the cells.
Right, where did we end? We ended
We're in the middle of the
with
road.
Andrew talking about being honest, being real, talking truths about truths.
Truth's a good starter.
Aye.
It's a basic foundation.
Seconds away, round 2.
Ding, ding.
We're going to get into medication and this.
Yes.
And all
Labels,
that.
badges.
Labels,
balloons.
badges.
So I'll just rewind to when my mum passed. When my mental... before that...
You're fucking good. Now they've got to watch the first one, and now they'll need to watch the second one to know what the fucking first one was leading on to. Oh, ticking over hasn't been wasted on you, I see, young man.
And so, my life, even though the lead up to her death, we knew it was going to happen, but there was good memories. Because it wasn't like, my mum was not a person that went like, oh, I'm dying. Look, she was like, right, I'm dying. Fucking get on with it. She worked until the last moment that she could work, until they said, look, you physically can't work.
Right.
She wasn't like, oh, I'm going to sit at home and be. She's like, what the fuck's the point in that?
We're all dying.
Fucking, we're fucking.
We're on the road,
Do you know what I mean? So what's the fucking point? So, but when she passed, obviously I went down a kind of path. Went to doctors and they're like, right, Mr. Gallagher, how do you feel? Shite, tick. Have you felt suicidal? Aye, tick. Blah, blah, tick, tick, tick. You're depressed. Oh, fucking no, I'm depressed. Right? That's
Sherlock.
why I'm here.
Professor Moriarty.
All the
you
time
cunt.
he's not even looking at you, and he's just going
Fucking, you know what I mean? And they would go, right, there's this medication.
Take 4 of these.
I've never took. I was been subscribed with medication. I took them years ago, but I just didn't. The doctor said to me, "It's very rare you'll get side effects." Well, I fucking get side effects. I can tell you right now. There was one night I woke up and I was fucking. I thought I was going insane. I'm like, I'm fucking seeing and hearing and fucking, and I felt numb every day. I was only on them for a few months, but I just felt like you got up in the morning. You could put your trousers on, you could get a shower, but there was you weren't singing in the shower.
Certainly no enthusiastic.
It's
just a
you
routine.
weren't that, everything was just, you may as well be fucking dead because you're just in existence, you know what I mean? What the society want us all to be, because they just want us in line. You do that, that's what they want, they don't want you speaking up.
Did you know?
That's
Back in
exactly
the
what it
box.
is. Get in that pigeonhole and just do as you're told. But the truth is, we're all going through shit. We're all fucking doom. That thing, I watched a podcast and it's brilliant what the guy said. He says, I can guarantee you 2 things in life. You'll be born and you'll die. He says, what happens between that? I fucking know. He says,
I'll take that bet.
do you know what I mean?
Make that good.
Hey, put a score on for me.
And the truths are trying to get hid for people. People are not honest. I don't care what MD says. People go, oh, I'm faithful, I'm truthful. People hide a lot of shit.
That was the whole point of the wee
Do you
booklet.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
That we do hide behind walls. It doesn't matter that my wall has been built from different materials for you. You still fucking hide. The pillow man is still the guy that is the forefront of him, and he uses the drink as the excuse. When you allow that inner self out, you're letting him out drunk. Nobody wants to meet the drunk arsehole that's hiding away behind the wall. But it depends on who you are. James, he acknowledges it. I fully acknowledge it, but I acknowledge that a lot earlier than most guys do. So if it's a midlife crisis, if it's just an admission to your own self, mine was, as a young guy, the terrors that I had in my head, I couldn't face the reality. So yeah, Pigeon Hut, I'll climb up the loft and I will fucking go because I didn't want to be here. This is fucking horrible. Next minute, the monkey steps in and says, "You sure? You willing to hand me the keys? I'll fucking drive." Boom, and he come out. Definitely, by 14-year-old, he was in full control. And I never ever had a driving lesson in my fucking life. He would sit in the passenger seat and watch every move until he applied it himself and he learnt his fucking self how to drive. I never ever had somebody say, right, first gear, second, no. And you go, bang. To the extent, well, we'll not go do that road. But it's that same thing. I flipped early doors, so I've lived in the monkey's shoes for a long time until I went into the civil world, and then the asshole was like, give me a shot. It's like, on you go. We both saw that we could apply everything I'd learnt in the monkey world into this one. So the monkey world, to anybody that wouldn't know, is the criminal world. So how you climb that fucking... No, you didn't just sit on the shelf and sell dope. You use the money for the dope to go and buy cars. You sell the cars. You mix with that guy. You find yourself going all over the tree. Every branch I would be in. Each finger was in a different pie, but then you go like that, boom, and you turn them over. So you've got the other side. So I could apply that in the blue-collar world and done really fucking well. But the asshole started to think, no, fuck you, monkey boy. Fuck you. I know what I'm doing here. And thought it was smart. And then the monkey rebelled and says, do you know what? Bang. And they fought, and that was the biggest fight I had, and that was... I would like to think it was a midlife crisis, but it wasn't. It was because I had immersed myself in this fucking world that was faker than the criminal world. Because they're all kidding their fucking self on. Just like you say.
With me, with the addictions, that was a falseness as well, because I became somebody that I wasn't.
But where see your addiction, do you believe it was an addiction, and where did it come in for the medication?
Well, so the medication, I was like, it didn't work. It made me feel weird. Went to doctors. They gave me all these labels. They told me I had PTSD years, and I just didn't even listen to them. I was like, whatever. Because they went like, oh, you've lost your mother, right? You've got a post-traumatic stress, whatever. We all lose somebody. Every person. And so they try to say every person on this planet with PTSD. You know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean? Get them to break it down. Get them to give you the singular box ticking what applies and where that label can be applied and just stuck on you. It's fucking everywhere.
And so I was like, no, that's just fucking life, you know what I mean? And everybody's got it, you know what I mean? No point
they've added a C to it now,
you know what I mean?
So you got complex PTSD.
There's no point in me going about in the street and going, oh, why are you like this? Oh, because of this. No, it's not because of that. There's something fucking else there. So with addiction, so I was always liked a drink. But when I used to drive the buses, I would maybe work in 6 days, 7 days sometimes. Me and Amy had a conversation yesterday. I was on the phone to Grant, and we were talking. I had £10,000 worth of debt by the time I was 23, 24. £10,000 worth of debt, and you know I'd be eating. That's what I said to Amy. You look in the cupboard, you got a tin of bolognese sauce and a tub of rice. Well, you're having rice and fucking bolognese sauce. That's it. Or it would be like plain pasta with a tin of hot dogs. Do you know what I mean? And you know, and it was one of the ones. Couldn't fucking put electricity in my house.
And still working 7 days a week.
Because I was like, well, I've got a tenner, but I need the tenner to get me to work. So if I don't go to work, I don't get money. So
chasing his tail, yeah.
I'm going to be fucking cold. I have to have a cold shower. It's fucking. I've got more than most people have got. I've got a fucking roof over my head.
You've got a cold shower. You've got fucking hot dog sausages.
So we've got something there. But then I remember dabbling into the cocaine scene. And that was cocaine was an addiction because that got a hold of me.
So you must have turned a corner to be able to afford cocaine over fucking hot dog sausages.
Well, the fucking the corner I turned was my fucking father bailed me out and let me pay it back with all interest. So it was a case of, if I pay that half the day, we went to the bank and said, if I pay all that half, do you know what I mean? Paid it all off. Once it was all paid off, it was at one night, tell you lying. Oh, this is fucking brilliant. I used to go home. I was notorious for leaving early, 11 o'clock, go to a kebab shop, go home, go to my bed. I was always up. I used to go early in the morning. Take a wee line. I was like, oh, this is brilliant. Fucking 3 in the morning, sitting talking absolute pish. And then I wouldn't touch it. That was it. I don't need that. Fucking don't need that. But then I went through a wee patch and was hanging about with people, and it was available all the time. We went on a Tuesday night, darts night, and it was there constantly. Then the darts, it was maybe 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock, turned up to 7 o'clock to 7 in the morning. Then in the Friday, back at them again, it was constantly there. Before I know it, I had a fucking list of people on my phone that I could text a phone and they'd be at my door within 10 minutes. To a point that I ended up sitting in my room on my own, just bags of coke, just watching telly, just sitting myself, just taking key after key, because that's what I use, key after key. Some weeks you could talking £300. You could easily do that, depending what kind of week I had. To a point where I was like that, I can't afford this, can I do it? Put it down and went like that, I don't need this. But by that time it was too fucked, because my body was like, oh yeah, fuck, it's in your system.
Oh, you need it, boy.
You fucking need it. And I was like that, and that craving feeling as well, it's a horrible, horrible thing. It's you're chasing your tail continuously. You'd sit down and you'd be sitting, tapping your fingers, going, looking at your phone, right? Oh, fucking, well, they've not been on WhatsApp, right? They're online now. Can I get a hold of them? I can't get hold of them. I can go to somebody else. It's a wee bit dearer, but I can get it quicker. And it did. How Amy put up with some of the shit that you know what I mean? You spoke about it. We spoke about it in the last podcast. The selfishness. You know what I mean? All that money and time I should have been investing. Lost. Absolutely gone. The alcohol, that's became a big issue, but the alcohol was far superior to the drugs. The alcohol was, on my lives, people would see it. And I was sometimes drinking a litre of vodka a day, 20 cans, maybe a bottle of wine and all. How I didn't end up in hospital for fucking alcohol poisoning, I do not know. And I become this horrible person. But you tell Amy right now, you get her in this room and say, get him half a bottle of vodka, she'll tell you, fuck off. And she says this and your eyes change, Andrew. She goes like that. As soon as I can drink pints of cider, cocktails, whatever it is, good. Have a couple of drinks. We done it for the Wayne's birthday with a cup. It was brilliant. Feed me vodka and something happens. So I know now there's this other person. I'm not just this one. They've all came together. And see if I want that person to come out. I know I've got the trigger, and all I need to do is pick that up to bring that person out. So now what I say is, well, I don't want that person out. He's there. I've acknowledged him. I can talk to him. But I fucking don't feed him vodka, because it's another excuse for me. It's another excuse for me to...
It's the rebelliousness of that other person. So the other person that you've locked them away. It's at that point where you leave the key in the door. Let him come out whenever he wants to come out. Is it him that wants to sit and do the drawing, the paint by numbers? Does he want to go out and watch the pigeons fly? You never let him out. The only time you unlock the fucking door is when you're half pissed, and then he comes out and he's wobbling all over the place, and everybody thinks, oh, he's an arsehole. He's an arsehole because you've made him that. Do you know what I mean? I think you know that one.
I turned in so many people. Back to TikTok thing. Well, let's go back to TikTok thing. Let's go to Amy. I've put her through years of...
That's a big
knows how she's put up. Do you know what I mean? She's obviously been like that. Many a time she's went like that. Go up the stairs, don't come near me. Don't come near me. Umpteen times of that. So many times. She stuck by me. And we're talking about it the other night, and she was like, you've not touched drugs for... fucking how long? Fucking you've done so well. And your drink, I did have vodka, we spoke, had a wee half bottle, and I only drunk half the half bottle. We sat and watched a wee movie, had a couple of drinks, and that was fine. And that's when I came to, it's not the vodka that really makes me a cunt. It's not a vodka that makes me a cunt. That's just an excuse to say, well, I can blame that.
That's it.
By letting that side of me out. Because I was angry at every cunt. I was angry at the world. I would take, say you come into my life and I went, all right, and I would literally switch like that. I'll be like, right, James, how we doing, my man? Fucking great. And you'd write something, I would read it wrong, and I'd be like, you're a fucking prick. You're getting fucking done. Yeah. And next time I'll be making videos, you're fucking arsehole. Why? Because I'm angry at something inside of myself, or something that's happened, or something that I just don't understand.
See, the one that you said was that all that money on the drugs and then the drink, you could have invested it elsewhere. You're questioning why Amy's still sat on the couch putting up with this pish. It's because the investment she's put into you. No, you share something. It's just that you're the cunt that's running away up the street yourself, where she's pushing the buggy, where the message is hanging off the edge and you're shouting at everybody else. But since you've cut down on the drugs, cutting down on the drink, removing yourself because you realise that there's a lot of fake bastards out there, and then all you're doing is just closing all the doors that's available into that one bubble or lane to realise, hey, this world isn't that fucking big. This is where I should be investing the money, the time, because you know yourself, money's money. You just piss it out the window anyway. But the time, we said that on the way through. You got a couple of snaps of you and the kids at the Weatherspoons eating the Manila ice cream. You can't buy that. And a year down the line, you cannot buy that memory. You can't say, let's go there, because Amy's been like, fuck you, idiot, you'll be back on the vodka. No, we're not going. But to replace it, it's once the realisation of the investment that you make in people, no in fucking drink, no certainly in fucking cocaine, because you're like, I go home at 11 o'clock with a kebab. That seemed to be fine for you. Next minute you've got cocaine and you've changed your whole persona. You become this alter ego. It's off for the shirt. Here's cocaine man. Here's pillow man. He's fucking angry, but he looks like he's having a good time. Now pillow man wants to take the fucking show on the road. He wants to do it all the time. It's only when you realise. So the investment is, you invested in all that gear, but what's at the end of the tunnel for you? It's you realising that was a lot of shite. Do you know what? I can now speak through honesty with that truth. If we go back to the beginning, to the truth in itself, you can now advise your own fucking daughters. Listen, see that? It's a lot of bullshit.
Yeah. It's do you know, with regarding before I went down that path, I did see a lot of professional with brackets help, and there was nothing there. You know, there was a 5-minute consultation to be told, you're just depressed, and I would go and go and go, and I just felt I was getting nowhere. But the whole time, all I needed was guys like yourself, the ticking over thing. Yeah. People to talk to that talk through.
That's the word you said earlier, relate.
And
you
relate,
can relate to them.
You know, I don't need somebody saying, you're this or you're that. I don't fucking know. No, fucking know. You don't know what you're talking about. I said, these doctors would tell everybody about this and that. All right, it does work for some people. It 100% does. But there's a natural instinct. Nobody likes getting told exactly.
But that depends on the character. If you sit in a room, well, we're here right now. We can relate. We can have a conversation. Nobody's going to fight and argue about this. There is nothing to argue about. You go into a room with 3 guys, or put 3 guys together. One of them was for the wrong side of the tracks, and the other 2 guys have been to university and they're educated. You fucking watch how soon the dynamics change. If you're a clever monkey, you'll manipulate them. If it's them and they take the upper hand, they'll berate you. They'll take the piss at you because you're no educated, you're no smart, you're no clever. If you've survived the streets, cocaine addiction, drink, suicide attempts, the death of your mother, cancer, getting beat up, pulling knives from people, if you've done that, you got a better fucking education than any diploma's ever going to give you, but we didn't walk about with onus, and that's me and James sitting down talking about it. That's my diploma. I didn't have a bit of paper in a fucking frame. I have this fucking dial that survived 52 years out there in man's arsehole fucking game, and I'm still here, I'm still standing. It never managed to get me down, and it never managed to take me to the edge where I thought, you know what, I'm out here. It got me there, but just before I went over, come here, you daft cunt. Let's play the game. Think, right, you've done the same. James has never been as severe, but he's been in that lane that he saw it for what it is. We're uneducated, but we're very fucking smart and very intelligent. Why do we not get the credos for that? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? If it's you're depressed, you think, come in and speak to me, come and speak to James. Or, no, go round each one of us and put each one of us on the chair and the other one on the couch. We can relate to each other because we know what the fuck we're talking about. We're not going to fan each other up. We're not going to say, I know exactly how you feel. No, I can relate to what you're saying because if you've got trauma is only the badge, that's the label, that's the balloon. You come in, I've got trauma. Well, let's have a look at your trauma. What kind of trauma is it? Because the guy that's going to relate to it is the guy that's been doing that path. He's got a T-shirt just the same as yours. Look at his balloon. It's the same. So if your mum's died of cancer, is that a new thing? No, there's no badge for that one. There's no balloon for that one. Did that guy's mum die of cancer? Aye. Are they the same? No. You've got to be able to see that it's the trauma, it's the individual. It's like he said in the first one, so you'd need to go back again. It's what triggers in you.
What triggers?
No, somebody's saying, I know how you feel. No, you fucking don't. How can you? What size of feet are you? I'm an 8. Well, I'm a 12. You walk a bit like Coco the Clown, cunt. You can't put my shoes on unless you walk my path. You can relate to me, but you don't fucking know me. And that's we've broken down walls. You and I have. Me and G has over the months that I've been on TikTok, and we've had some fucking really cracking conversations. This doesn't do justice to it, but we've walked down the path, and he's felt comfortable going down it, and I have no qualms whatsoever. You've seen it with the TikToks we've done. I walk down any path you want to go down. I'm hiding for fuck all. Why? Because the truth is the one that makes me the free guy that I am. I can talk about it. I didn't lie. No purposely anyway, that's for sure. I'll bend it. I'll alter a truth so I didn't offend someone. But I'm not born to fucking lie. I hate liars.
But see that, how you were hitting on it, then I'm going to go back to something you said where you're now back. You were out there, the party animal, the coke taker, the drinker. Oh, hey, look at fucking me. But now you're back. You're back for Billy Big Bollocks. You're back in your lane, as you would put it. You're back. Who's still there? Out of all that fucking yes. Who's still there?
That's
Amy.
Because Amy's still there.
Because she's got that free fucking commodity that you knew nothing about, Billy Big Bollocks.
See, that's
loyalty.
The thing that,
she's more loyal than fucking Alfie.
Oh,
he's got the badge on his
neck. The badge, aye.
It says there,
love.
He didn't know. He's never recognised.
And the thing about love as well, the oldest, her name's Keris.
Aye.
That's that there. And the Welsh word for love?
Keris.
Right.
So, that's how that all ties in.
It's that one with the connections, but you can connect things like the wee book with the wee man fishing, your fishing story. You've never told me the fishing story. I don't know that one. I know other stories. I know about your ma blasting the head off the dog because she tell the women, get the dog away. When you forewarn somebody and they keep poking, it's the fucking Americans poking Mr. Putin just now. Keep poking him. He's going to fucking bite you. The bear will bite back at some point. Exactly. You hit the hornet's nest. Then he'd be surprised if you get stung, you thick bastard. Yes. These things are right enough. So when you've walked a path that you know that's dangerous, for you to sit there and eventually realise, hang on a minute, I've fucking heard this before. This relates to that. So I've got a tattoo of the kid's name and I've got that, and that actually links to that. It makes you question more about who you are and what is actually happening out there to then realise, no, I'm Billy Big Bollocks. I'm out there, I'm doing my cocaine, I'm doing that, I've got an excuse for it. Look, here's my badge. Look, it says my mum died and I've got cancer and fuck you. No, doesn't work because everybody's got that power. We choose not to do it. We apply ourselves in other ways. So you slow down, you get back in your lane, then you sit down, you're like, oh, that TikTok thing. People are trying to kick me off my wee perch here. That's not very nice. These cunts over here are talking about me. This is that. And then you look right next to you, and there's that wee face just looking at you. How long was that take you, that cunt? And you're like, bastards, you got me.
It was the thing with, this is going off tangent, but
I'll keep going.
With my mother thing, was the song I Believe by Cher.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I used to sit in live, and I would be fucking pissed. And I would put, and I can act drunk and all, so I would, fucking put it on and fucking, and I would always cry.
Right.
But I remember one of the lives I think you were on, I had a wee cry, but it was tears of joy, and I said, I'm not doing this anymore. I used to sit and sob my eyes out and fucking cry, and I thought, that song is significant because there was a memory to that song that placed it in the farm setting. We were in the tractor, fucking had the wee cassette playing, it was on, she's singing away, I'm sitting there as a wee boy beside her, happy as Larry, amazing surroundings and settings, just an amazing memory that sticks there. What the fuck am I greeting about it for? I should fucking hear the song and be fucking that big cheek to cheek fucking smile.
Takes you back. It's a DeLorean method.
But
Time travel.
there's a lot of these. There's one in Greenock. I think it's Man On Inverclyde or something. It's Man On something anyway, and it's just a hub for men to go.
Yeah.
There's a wee pool table, dart thing, tea, coffee machine, blah blah, for guys to go. Now, for me, that should be in the front fucking page of a newspaper every day of the fucking year, even if it's only a wee bit. A number,
just to say
address,
we're here.
Some do it there,
But why do they know? They know these places are out there, but they don't cover it because they don't want people to help people.
There's no profit in
They
peace.
don't
nothing.
want people to help people.
Exactly. The pharmaceutical industry worth fucking billions. They don't want you
profit
well.
in peace whatsoever.
None at all. But if you were to promote that, who is it that chips in for the teas and the coffees? Who pays for that? Certainly no Scottish fucking government. You got to do it yourself. And that's why I'm saying back at grassroots, at first principles, what's the purpose? What's the point here? So if I've walked a shitty path, the guy that's coming along that's about to walk the shitty path, like, here, listen, then you go down there. It's shite. But how? This is what happens. Do you know what? Thanks for that, big man. I'm not going to bother going down there. I didn't want to wait 30 fucking years to find out, that cunt was right.
Yeah.
Why? We didn't have to get there. It's a 12-step programme. Get to 3 and just
You're
return.
done.
Go back to
go
the
back.
start. You didn't need to go to fucking half past to find out you've got another 6 steps. Just fucking catch it early. And these clubs, you could invite people in. It's the schools, taking the real people into the schools. I know, and again, the podcasting world seems to be fantastic for it because you've got a lot of guys. There's Marvin Herbert, the gangster with the one eye.
Yeah.
He tries it. Paul Ferris is trying it.
Yeah.
I've now saw that Ian Blink McDonald. These are guys with real, tangible fucking histories that are very dark past, very fucking horrific in the criminal fraternity. If they come in, they're telling you the fucking truth because they didn't need to make it up. Life can be worse than any fucking movie that Netflix can show you. But why do we not get that? Why is it not available? Why are these guys not being funded to go into the schools to educate these young guys? You going in and educating them, just going over there and saying, listen, see the drug world, see what it says, just say no. The person that's telling you that is probably the person selling you. A hypocrite bastards. See the guy that's been through it that's saying, please, just say no. Then he fucking do it. Because you could be eating pasta with fucking hot dog sausages, asking your old man to pull you out the shite. If your old man's checked out with your ma, if he's went, you're not getting the money. You're not getting it. How long are you going? How long can you survive bashing your own head that you can't provide? It takes a big man to admit defeat. But when you throw your hands up, and that's why I say, I threw my hand up at a very early age, so I know how to fight because the monkey took over. Yeah. But whereas your average guy, and that's why I know my original going up the bridge and doing my thing up there, I've always felt for the guy that can't do it, that doesn't see that the fight is just a small fight. It's a fucking battle you want to win. And if you realise this is just manipulation by society to force you to do something and something else, you can throw your hands and say, fuck you, I'm not doing it. You lost 10 grand. Fuck you. Have a leg. Pick a finger. What you got to do? Well, we can't do that. We'll come and take everything in your house. Fuck all. It's half a tin of hot dogs. You'd have cunt and a bowl of spaghetti. Help yourself.
So here we are, Alan.
Yes, we are.
We're in another town, listening to another story.
Yes.
That's saying the same thing.
Yep.
Over and over. It's like Groundhog Day.
It is.
We just had this in Glasgow. We've had this ourselves in Fife. Yep. And you're on it. It's like, how is there not more places for men to go? Why?
I believe.
I mean, it's changing. It is changing now. I would say it is changing now because look at all the
100%.
podcasts. There's very, very few women podcasting at the moment. You know, there are women that podcast, but there is a lot of men on TikTok alone.
Every one of us has grown up under the umbrella of a generation above us. We're far off. No, you're maybe 10. You're a wee bit younger than us. You're right behind me. But we're of an era where the people above us, that umbrella above us, was shut your fucking face, get on with it. Just man up, drop your balls, get your big boy pants on, let's just get on with it. Suck it up. For all these fucking cliche bullshit. Where did that come from?
Yeah.
Oh, that can't help me. It's about time when we notice that we're going round and round and round and nothing's fucking changing. It takes an asshole to just throw the spanner in the works, stop the wheels in motion and say, do you know what? I'll do it. I can show you. And every fucking doodle, stop the fucking ride. I want off because this is shite.
Yeah.
It's fucking shit. Nothing changes. You're going to have the Labour government. Oh, they're really rubbish. Well, let's have a Conservative. Oh, they're really rubbish. And it just keeps going. You're like, how long can the dog chase its tail before it eventually catches it and says, you know what, this is shite.
Nothing's changed in the 49 years I've been on the planet with this.
I've seen it now. This whole
only seen
thing.
it now, really.
That's it.
Only given a shit enough to see it now.
Well, that's when they say, you know, that Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah.
How the fuck do we know this?
Aye.
It could have been. Everybody could have just clubbed together and went, boom, done.
That's the day.
That's it. Every stonemason was there. Every labourer was there. The whole fucking lot. But history will tell us. And history was the one that told us, shut your face, man up, drop your balls, big boy pants on. Let's just get on with this. It's the old Dunkirk. Fuck the Dunkirk spirit. If I had the spirit back then, I wouldn't have been going to Dunkirk to lose my fucking life or jeopardise my family's future. Because if you write me off, that's it. My genetics start to deteriorate. I've got 3 daughters. I want my line to keep going. I want the lineage to be there, but I didn't want them going down the cocaine road. I didn't want them turning into fucking idiots that are confused by life and the pigeonholes that people are trying to shove them into. We've broken out the box, and the giveaway for me was back in the 80s where they says, okay, people, we need to think outside the box. We have the conversation all the time. What the fuck are you doing in a box? You've just gave the show away. You've pigeonholed us. You think that each guy is applicable. No, you're a labourer, stay in your lane. You're that, stay in your lane. But I don't know what you didn't fucking, don't you question it. You just go on with it. Your parents would have told you it. Their parents, your grannies, your granddad, always the same. There's nobody ever says, do what you fucking like. If it is, they're a band pot or they're on drugs. They're LSD, do their fucking hippie head.
Exactly.
But it's the same thing as the voices inside the head. What are you doing that for? Oh, he told me. When you've got to do everything, he tells you. Well, where did he get it for? Nobody questions that. What's the voice saying in your head? They didn't ask you. They'll just take that and shut the fuck up, make the voice stop. But the voice might actually be saying, listen, didn't do this. Didn't go down that road. But you're like, no, I can't say that. How? I'm hearing voices. Oh, I can't even tell them I'm hearing the voices they're going to get. I was about to say horses there.
Horses, aye.
Horses for courses.
There's an advert with you when you're seen, but there's adverts on the telly now.
Right.
They're saying, and it's a woman, and she's like, I'm an alcoholic. Have you seen them? Have you seen them? And this is new. A health issue. It's not just an addiction or hangman. They're making it this thing, but
it's a disease.
It's a disease. That's what it's a disease. It's thing.
That book, that 12-step thing, said it was a disease in 1927.
Right, this is them catching up.
My
choice
with drugs. You know, I was anti-drugs when I was younger. I remember a guy was in my house, and one of the moms, I woke up and there's white powder. I was like, what the fuck? And I phoned every person who was in my house going off my head. Like, who the fuck's been taking? Firstly, not declaring. If you're going to come into my house and take it, at least have the decency to say,
offer it.
Yeah.
Want a shot of that?
And found out who the guy was, and I was fucking all against it. Fun enough, it's the same guy who got me right into it. But it was a fucking choice.
100%.
You know, I picked up a phone, went, do. Right, can I get this? I wasn't going, oh, there's something inside me that's telling me I need this or whatever. But self-medication as well. That's why I was using it. Self-medication.
That's what you think it is.
That's
what you think it is. It's numbing the pain. It's making it go away. It's making it a bit easier.
Talking to somebody and they're like, fucking, they must have listed off about 10 different pills that they take every day for their feelings. And I'm like, but you're sitting, and they were saying to me, you need to get after the drugs. And I'm going, who the fuck are you to tell me when you're sitting taking 10 tablets every morning? Because
that you can't get off.
Do you know what I mean? And then before you know it, you're having to take more of them. And that's what happened. This person says they aren't enough, so they started doubling up their dosage and doing this. So I'm like, you go to a doctor's, they prescribe you drugs. Still fucking drugs.
Doesn't matter. You can't legitimise it by putting a fancy label that the doctor gave you. The same one for me is the yellow street light. What you do is I didn't care what they fucking say. I know what it done to me within that scheme. And it was designed to make you an angry person. But we used it against them. So we used the light to actually illuminate what we were doing. So we would, park your car under the street light. Barry, I can see it better, you daft cunt. I can see your radio. I didn't need to go like that in the window. I can see it because you put it under the light. Fuck, this smart bastard's actually, he's on to us. He's cottoned onto us. Same with the medication. You become dependent on it. You start using it. They give you methadone. Your system becomes used to it. then you want a different. No, you go above and beyond it. So for the doctor to prescribe you medication to wean you off something, but then addicts you to that. That's no. When you think of that and changing the perspective, come out of your comfy slippers with your methadone program and go over to the heroin side. They didn't get any tax of heroin.
No.
That's all money that's going out the bloody window here.
Exactly.
Let's rein these fuckers in. We can make a fortune off this. Can't we put them in this and he's here for 20 years?
I take heroin for 6 months and methadone for 20.
When you start putting finance against a lot of these things, and that's my thing, step away, have a wee look, do the autopsy thing, break it down and have a look and think, oh, who's winning here? Yeah. Is it me? Are they out to help me? Why would they want to help me? They don't fucking know me. Oh, they're helping themselves. They're getting paid for this. And who's getting paid above them and above them? Eventually you get to the top of this really shit tree that isn't real. It's not a fucking real tree. It's not organic. It doesn't grow leaves. It's fake. When we done the phone mass, I went to Dundee and I put a fucking massive thing up there. I put in the big base, the steel, everything that's in there, and they come along and land this fucking thing. And they says to me, oh, you need to go and see it. It's to blend in. This was like putting a palm tree in amongst fucking... You're like, what the fuck? It was fucking horrible. It was that big. I had to take a video, old school phone video, because I couldn't take a photo the whole time. So I videoed up like that. I swear to God, a leaf had blown out for a tree that fell off it. I thought, this is metal. This is the fakeness that people are doing. The tree, the money tree, as they call it, it's no real. It never has been fucking real. It doesn't grow anywhere. It's just mechanical. You get to the end, you fall off. So you get to the top of the tree. There's the big guy up there. There's Bill Gates of the world, or wherever all these fucking Illuminati fucking weird people are. It doesn't go any higher. But the evolution of man, it has no bounds. You can go anywhere you want. You just need to work out. Hang on, I'm climbing this tree and it all smells the same. There's shite on every branch here. I didn't like this. I'm formatting, I'm climbing the social ladder. If you were to actually look up the way, you'd actually see that your head's up somebody else's arse that's in front of you that's still trying to climb, and you end up with this daisy chainy bampots going up the tree. So, no good. Every part of that whole fake industry, drugs, it's the addiction. Because if you admit, it's me, I'm hiding for something here, and I'm using that as a defence mechanism so I didn't have to face it. If you say, do you know what? I don't care what my body's got to say. It's my mind I need to convince. So remove that. I'm just going to look myself in, and I'm going to fucking address everything that's there. And that's what I thought 2020 was with the whole lockdown. It gave guys the opportunity to go in, and now we're talking about it. We're sharing the experience.
The whole COVID thing is backfired on them bigly.
Huge.
Because
it's a yellow street light.
Because they've started went like, fucking hell, we cooped them up and new people are actually
realising.
Wait a minute.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, there's BP have now announced the biggest fucking thingy, and you think, all right, but the fuel prices have went up. For 2 years, we never went anywhere. So the fuel that you were digging up, you've actually got made it, because we never fucking used it. You should be batting it out the door for fucking buttons.
They're just recouping for the 2 years and nobody was going anywhere.
That's where they think that we are three guys sitting on the table, thick as fuck. Sorry, mate, no, we can smell the shite.
For me, as you see the paint on the table,
the
paint by numbers, that was a realisation for me. Now, I was in... I'll get into it, but I chat anyway. And I was basically mocked for doing paint by numbers.
Right.
Oh, it's not good paint by numbers.
Oh, you're mongrel.
Right?
What flavour's that windy?
But I can tell you something. There was a point when I was doing April last year, and I was up in the morning, bottle of wine, vodka, cider. Ended up the hut anyway. I was on a live,
right,
11:30, 12 in the morning. I think it was on live at 8 in the morning. I went back on at 11:30 in the morning. Absolutely pissed, falling about up the hut. I let about fucking 5 pigeons out. They're fucking flying about everywhere. I fell in somebody's garden. A stick, and this is the truth, went right up my arse.
Right.
Fucking hole in the boxer right through. I was like, on live I was doing this. And it was that story of, it was about 2:30 by this time. Drink was running out. This was the height of my battle week, and when my alcohol was starting to take over. And I firmly believe, I think I came across you just before all this kind of happened. I firmly believe if I continued on my path, I would either be dead or I would be a full-blown alcoholic. I would be, right, because I was...
The wife and kids would definitely gone. That's
and they would be gone. And it came to about 2:30, but I still had the sense to go, fuck. As I say, the nursery's just up there. The hut's further up for it, so you've got to walk by it. So I'm walking down, hood up, mask on, all over the road, fucking backwards and forwards, falling into bushes. There's a fucking way out in the playground with our pals. So I've got this.
That's
mask
my daddy.
on, I've got this on. I'm like, one, even though I was completely pissed, I had that in my head to go, fuck, they only just need to see me. And that wee girl that's standing there is not going to be standing near me for a long time because they're going to start asking fucking questions. And I came home, went to bed, woke back up at 7:30, so the Waynes had missed me off fucking school and where their dad should be greeting them through the fucking front door. Woke back up, shouting the ball at Amy, get me a drink, get me a fucking straight back on it. And I don't know what happened. I've watched your YouTube, watched wee videos, and there was something. I started to look at things and I was starting to see things, and then obviously lockdown as well, so you couldn't really go anywhere. And I thought, fuck it. The next day after that, I was like, I ordered these paint by numbers. And the very first one I done was a cheetah, and I've got it framed at the side of my wall at my bed. So every morning when I wake up, I see it to remind myself that was that change the moment. And when I go to bed at night, I can look at it and say, it's a wee reminder of the switch. But you know, I could sit there and for hours and hours and hours. I would take my time. There was no rush. You could have rushed it and went, well, that's 5. But I took my time and things started. The cogs started to work again. Because my cogs for years...
They're rusty.
Oh, rusty.
It's a rusty varnet.
And they'd stopped. But I've been very grateful to have spoke to certain people, met certain people that has helped me, and they're far superior to any drug or counsellor or fucking anything in the world. And
that's what we keep going back to the same thing. Why is it no real people doing the real fucking job? You've got fake people who didn't relate, who didn't understand, who can't understand, who can't even gauge the person that's sitting across the fucking table for them. Because they're not that way inclined. They're educated to do something by the book, ticking the boxes.
Because obviously they've got the high paid job, so they don't want them else to do it.
No, they didn't want you. No. It's justification. It's the same thing.
Want folk doing it for free.
You know what I mean? If you walked in, we joked, I sent you a video last night about that guy doing the psychic thing, right? This guy doing these psychic readings, right?
Hang on, I'm getting a message for Billy, Bob, Davey, Gene,
funny.
Frank, anybody?
One of the bits that he done, he went like, I might not be right. And I was showing him, and she's like, what do you mean? He went, it's a woman, but I might not be right. So you don't have a clue.
You don't have a clue,
But he was doing it all for free, though, right? He was just did it. So either if he's true or a gimmick, but it was free, he wasn't charging him.
Right.
But there's other people that charge people, and they go, come to me, because I'm the best.
Links in the bio.
So, but if you walk by somebody in the street, and you were one of these people, and you went, fucking his mammy's on my shoulder.
Yeah.
Surely humankind would be like, fucking tell him.
But
unless you go, you need to give me £20.
But that's the thing, though. It's humankind. Whereas the society that we've created, if you say that, by the way, I've got a message for you, you'd be like, fuck off, you weirdo. Have you seen that Cheryl cunt? She owes me $20. It's that thing. Because humanity has told us, no, you didn't do that. And that was always my big thing. Go back. How long did you go back before people would actually do that? And the next minute, what did they do? Burn that bastard. Burn them. They're talking shite. They're practicing this. They're practicing that. Whereas now you can go in and get methadone, do your ban it. That changes your whole perception of fucking life because your mind is no longer yours. It's now under the control of the NHS, of the doctor. It's created by man and it's consumed by everything that he's told you's right. Whereas you walk down the street and you got a gut instinct to say to you, that woman's got to fall over. And you turn and the woman's fell over and you get to help her up. That's humanity.
It's humanity, yeah.
If your method don't do your age, just keep walking. Stay in your lane.
What you guys are doing with taking over humanity, because that's so important. And I mean, look at when it had to stop for its wee sabbatical or break or whatever you want to call it. Doesn't matter. But it had to stop for a reason. It's now back up and running for a reason. Because people want it, people need it, everything. The amount of messages we get saying, will you get back on it? So it doesn't matter that there's Ticking Over, there's us, there's James English, there's the Flip the Awareness, I can't mind that.
The mindset.
Flip the
man.
Mindset. We're all battling, we're all doing the same thing. There's not enough of us still.
No, 100%. And it's going to take a long, it needs to come soon, but unfortunately, it's going to take a long time because as I say,
it's
shut us.
It's a collateral damage. That's what bothers my mind.
Do you know what bothers me about the TikTok app?
Yeah.
You go and make a video with me and call me the fucking this and that, and you done this. Oh, what's your views? You'll get all. So there's got to be an algorithm there that puts it out there.
Yeah.
You do a video and say today we're going to be talking about this guy. Blah blah
That'll
blah.
not go anywhere.
So there's something out there stopping
it.
It's not just. Or is it just because...
I think now that there's that many platforms, because I know that the Americans have got BitChute, Rumble, you've got Spotify, you've got everywhere, so that they can't stop this. Again, if it was created for the nefarious reason that they want to spy, they want to hear us, they want to know what we're up to, by all means, mate, come in, fuck it, get a chair, let's hear your bullshit.
Craig sent the stats from our Spotify.
Aye.
And some of the countries that have downloaded it, I'm like
that's brilliant.
It's amazing,
Vietnam or Vietnamese or whatever. I'm looking, going, right, they're not saying anything, but
then you have to.
It's downloads, it's actual
and
downloads.
While we're on about Ticking Over, and Craig, and Sammy, I've got to get this out before I forget. Got to. It's a wee bit of a twist. See, when I sent that message saying, have you got pet names for people? Right? Mind, and you spoke about that. It's a couple of episodes ago now. But the reason I did that, the reason I'm bringing it up is because I wanted to talk to you about that, putting that question in for a reason. Right, Craig, I believe, is 6 foot tall.
Oh, it's about the height, same height as me, maybe
right.
A tad, just a bit that much.
I see that guy as fucking Penfold for Danger Mouse. Right, that's the character I see him as, right? Because I see people as characters, right? He's a monkey, or a fucking ape. You know what I mean? But
fucking do.
But anyway. But you, I see, as another monkey. And it's the fucking Brook Bond monkey. Mind when you wore that wig? You were like that fucking monkey that did the Brook Bond advert with the big word going, saying, oh, fellas, And that's how you got Milk Tray the day. Because I remembered the one where he did the wig and he was James Bond.
All because
the lady loves Milk Tray. That's how you got that. That's what jumped out at me in the shop the day when because you were going to get shortbread, but it was like, oh fuck, Milk Tray. He's a Milk Tray man. And Summy, I have to say, because in case the boys listen, Summy is Uncle Buck, John Candy, simple all fucking day long. That is my John Candy. You know what I mean? So you're the wee Brook Bond monkey, and Big Craig, as big as he is, he's Penfold. It's fucking brilliant.
I met
anyway,
Craig,
sorry.
I met Craig a few months back. Anyway, I met him anyway, and when you see him, I think he was going to be this wee tiny cunt.
Penfold.
And then I opened the door and I was like, and he's
big laddie.
Like, for fuck's sake. I was like, where did that one come from? But regarding the wig was a thing for my lives that was, I would dress up. There's in lives where I'd put eyelashes on, makeup. I was a great kind of
entertainer.
I was. And I had messages coming in, lovely messages for people saying, I've had a great time. I remember, as I say, a few people said, please go on. They've had a shit day. There was people who were in hospital that week, and the higher and lower thing, they couldn't wait for it. The wee quiz thing. And then I would fucking dress up and dance. But I would still do that. Foot drink, I could still do it, no problem. But I was trying to hide a lot of things. Yeah, I was trying to mask.
That's it. The way you're doing it now is fucking brilliant.
And for me, that's why I had to come off that app. Yeah, because I thought, although it was me, there was sometimes I would do a video, and with probably a lot of people on that have done it. You go, hey, here we go. Hit the button, right time to go. And I thought, I can't keep doing that because. And I was only, sometimes I was deliberately doing videos just because people were
wanting to see them.
And I was going, I don't want to. I really.
I like your analogy about the going to the beach on Instagram and stuff like that. Fucking the battle all the way to the beach, and then into the beach we're all hi.
But that was another thing.
I love that analogy. That was
another occasion we went to Blair Drummond Safari. I said to Kerry, so we never told them. Lily was only, she was still in her wee rain, so she was still just walking. And I said to Amy, I said, don't tell her. Oh, tell her in the morning. It'll be this magical surprise. And I was like, bingo, this is going to be a good one. Woke up, right, we're going there. I don't want to go there. I don't like animals. Oh, for there to get in there, it was like, you're not going to ruin her day. We've paid for the tickets. We've done this, that. Then we got in. Hey, take a picture, smile. And you put it on, people be like, oh, you must have had a great day. And I was like, it was a fucking nightmare.
And that's the thing. That's the thing with social media. It's like you say, I'm fucking bored at your tits. Oh, hi, it's fucking is your hair, sir, or whatever, you know.
It was times when I would do a video on a Monday and say, this week on Friday at 7:30, make sure you're here at Big G's Live, we're going to do a quiz. And Amy would write down horror quizzes, TV quizzes, song quizzes. Do a genre of things that got it all down. But on that Friday, I would just be like, and I've seen myself getting out, getting a shower, getting myself all ready, sitting at the bottom of the bed and going, I don't like this. But people would mail me next day, oh, you were fucking excellent last night. I thought, was I? I said, if you only knew, as soon as that video was ended, the shit that Amy had to clear up after it, that fucking, you know what I mean? Or can I come in the room after fucking 4 hours? Do you know what I mean? I've been sitting down the stairs while you sit and fucking talk shite to folk. Although it was good at a point. But
I wish Isa joined us.
I know, she won't need to. Isa, are you there?
It's like a fucking seance. Send us a sign.
Do that guy.
I think it's a man, maybe a woman. See the thing for me when you were doing your thing, the taking over thing especially, when it hit that skid there, that was fucking horrible because you're not, the people in Vietnam are maybe just listening to guys, it could be a Scottish guy that just wants to hear that voice, or it could be a guy that's struggling, and like I'm saying, if you're on the methadone and you say, fuck it, I'm not doing it, I've got demons inside my head, I need to face them, you're sitting there and the four walls are all you've got. But if you can put on the laptop, cast it to the telly, even on your phone, and you can see three guys where you can relate to them, you're being taken away for the four walls just for that wee window, that tiny wee thing. And it's everybody's choice whether they do it or no. But see that escapism, you turn that off, boom. It's the four-wall syndrome is back again. And I know how dark that place is, and it's a shite place. So if somebody can offer you a wee fucking glimmer of hope, a wee bit of light to light up the room. Yeah. So to see the guys having to shut it down for other reasons, you think, that's fucking horrible. Why would you remove that?
And it was horrible, and it was like, wrong. The situation was wrong.
It's like taking the crutches away from a one-legged fucking man. It's not funny to see other people fall because of that. It's very selfish.
For me, it was a difficult one for me because I am the Joker in the pack, right? That's just, I've always had that kind of
as long as it's you,
me, not the character,
no the drunk guy, no the pilly guy.
I'm that kind of fun, and right, here's a funny, right, and if I've got a funny story, well, I'll fucking tell it. I'm not going to go, I'll fucking get it, make people smile, and if I want to be serious, I'll tell people the reality. I'm not going to hide it. But when it all came to an end, I thought, we get some messages for people, and I couldn't believe it, like, because never really heard from certain people, but then when it was shut down, people started contacting me, and I was like, I didn't even know you were. And I thought, oh, fucking every week, if it failed, I was and I'm like, no, you need to come back. Oh, I love doing it. There was one person in particular I speak to, and our wee boy's got autism, and that was a wee escapism for her. While I was in bed, sit, telly on, feet up, wee cup of tea or whatever, snacks, whatever it is, fucking takeaway, whatever it would be.
I just had it the other day.
And then it was just gone. So it was a sad situation, but
it's back up and running now. But it's the realisation to you that you didn't have to be acting a fucking clown. You didn't have to be entertaining. You're entertaining within yourself when you're being true to you. You're not putting on the facade. You're not fake. If it's a silly ass question about who's your favourite superhero, That's your own free will that's going to give that answer. You use your own discernment, and then you can be like, "Aye, it's like playing top trumps." It didn't matter what the subject matter was. When you came back on fire as far as I was concerned, and it's great because it just provokes other people. You know, when you ask the question, you think, "All right, okay, what subject matter? Talk about that. That's personal to me." But you hear somebody else's opinions that
People love
that's
it.
evolution.
People fucking love it. I was in like a Zoom call with a guy, and we were work. It was work related, skating related, business related, whatever you want to fucking call it, talking shop. And that guy, through talking to him, Londoner, says to me, "I fucking love your fucking YouTube channel, mate. You're not fucking Alan. He's a fucking brilliant Londoner again." And that I was like, "What? You watch it?" He's like, "Of course I fucking watch it. I watch every single one. When's the next one?" Somebody I would never have expected to even give two flying fucks what I'm up to, or what we're up to, or what any of us are up, is engrossed in what we're doing.
Podcasts like this, this one is obviously more of a personal thing. Yours is kind of, here's a wee question, here's a wee subject, but we all touch it and we kind of go back and forward and go into things. But that's what people want to hear. Because they want to hear.
They want us to talk.
You guys put out questions, but you didn't know what the answers are going to. You know what your answers are, and you didn't know what his are, or what his involvement in anybody else. But with others, there's nothing. You can't script it. How can I script it?
Yeah.
No, you couldn't script what you want to ask me. I mean, you could try it, but I'm going to take you off on tangents anyway, because that's how fucking the life actually works. If it was scripted, I don't think it would be. It wouldn't be believable.
And that's what it needs to be. It needs to be just fucking whatever. You know what I mean? I mean,
the evolution of man, of course it does.
We're sat here, three guys again with Tony, two guys when they get going. I actually want to now get a female on board, because there's another female out there who's very, very funny, but has something to say. She's got she pushes different things. She pushes humour. She pushes that. But I think there's a personality there, or a person there that wants to talk, wants to be able to just get an opinion across, and I think that's so and so important.
Well, you know what it does for you when you talk. When you empty your bag. I know what it does
we
for
all
me.
need to empty our bag.
And Andrew does the exact same thing. Once you've emptied,
we'll leave here the day.
I'm elevated.
Exactly, we're going to leave here the day, and you're going to be like, what the fuck?
Oh, it's a lot. I've been on him for 5 or 4 calls.
This is going to be a short one for us.
You're going to be like, fucking, oh, bastard, I never said that. I never said that. I never did that. But do you know what? There'll be that's quite fucking relaxed, mate. That's going to come.
Tonight, that's for sure.
And you were talking about getting a female on, you should definitely pursue it. If you've got somebody in mind that's willing to go and get them on. We've had a couple of females. There was a woman, Stephanie. Went through the obviously thing and stuff. I think that was one of the best. I really enjoyed it, and I wish we delved more into it. At that time, we were told we need to put helpline numbers and this and that. But I spoke to her privately, and she's like, "No, I want to speak."
See, our only problem is that YouTube might say "fuck off."
Yes.
Spotify might say "fuck off."
If you mention the macaroni, it's a flag, right? I used Alan's terminology because it could be anything. We could be talking about a macaroni pie.
It could be your hot dog pasta.
If you mention the actual thing, instant flag. What are they talking about? So that's the problem with YouTube. That's why I'm hell-bent on Spotify, because they filter nothing. It is freedom of speech with Spotify.
But that's what is the freedom of speech to get it out.
We want the visual as well. We need the visual as well, because people want that. People like that. Yes, I get it. But they will flag certain words. The AI, there doesn't need to be a wee guy listening.
We said that we might end up, whatever happens here today, we might end up getting your channel fucking blocked. You know?
And that's possible.
Thank God. There's every chance. One thing we're not doing is talking shite and fucking lying.
That's the
There's
thing.
Nothing being said here that's a lie. His past is his past. If he chooses to blow it up and talk shite about it, they're going to see it. We're going to see it. But Andrew, you're fairly pissed there. Just delete that one. I didn't talk shite. I didn't like lies. I fucking hate lies. I think I've said enough on the subject to think he could be right. He's a guy that just doesn't like lies.
And that's back to where we've just went full circle in an hour, because we're back to where we started. You're not allowed to speak your mind on some of these social platforms. Why is that, though? We never seem to get to the bottom of that.
Speak your mind. Just again, put the T on it. No, cross the T. It's the truth.
It's
then
the
you
truth.
tell the fucking truth, because it offends, and it offends the cunts that want to feed you lies. Just take it. But it doesn't make me feel nice, but it'll make you feel better. Well, all right then, okay, I'll tell you. No, it doesn't. The truth makes you feel better, because you air shite that's you've been dragging about with you. That's what I like about what we do. We can dig so far into the past, back to something you think, you know what, that did bug me, but now I'm glad I spoke about that. Not because it's a weight off your shoulders, it's because somebody else is getting it and the wee seeds in there and thinks, you know what, I'm going to fucking talk about it as well. Who can I call? Can I call Ghostbusters? It's just unfortunate that, like we're saying, the resources are out there for real relating people. I'm sure there used to be a thing called you could know as a couple you'd go to relate
Relate.
counselling.
Aye, probably
Is
was,
it a couple that go to a relate? Well, how can we not date as guys? How can we not just go to a relate session? Maybe that's something we could look into. Get some t-shirts and badges and balloons.
I know somebody I want to take to a relate session. Who's going to get a text today? We're going to have a Costa.
Come
I'll
in.
maybe buy him a chocolate cream.
That's it. Chocolate will fucking fathom it.
Aye, yeah, definitely. I mean,
But it's the same with the whole government fucking system and all.
well, it's a buzzword.
They're governmental now.
Those with the power, please.
They're always there at their
Mind
podiums
Fiora.
speaking, and everybody's listening.
Yeah.
Now they're starting to go, where you going? Where you going?
Aye.
Listen to me. And people are just
Do you know the best line for that? It was in the Kemp brothers when they done the craze. And they're in the army and the sergeant's fucking this, fucking that, and the two of them walk away. And he's like, where the fuck are you petty bastards going? And like, look, we're going home for a cup of tea with our ma. You've got fuck all to say and you're saying it too fucking loud. No, we watch these things and there's hazard ticker tape on the front of the podium. It's not a fancy podium. It's just cheapened right down to something with fucking B&M. Keep your distance. Wear your mask. Do that. Originally, it was didn't give a fuck. Mask didn't work. But now you confuse me. So it's no wonder people are walking away like, listen, pal, you go fuck out. We said it we've no heard before. It's all bollocks. We're all going to die. The big realisation is it doesn't fucking matter what we do about it. If we hide in the house, we're only prolonging it because we're fucking dying anyway. So if I'm due to die in 2 years by getting hit with a fucking bus, you making me stay in the house is just making me look like a cunt because I've no memories for 2 years. I'm still getting hit with a fucking
Still
bus.
getting hit with the bus, aye.
If it is a comedic world and that's how it happens, and it's the way I like to think, I know my number's written down somewhere and that's it, it's up. So right now, if I can talk to other guys and make them just say, do you know what, aye, you're fucking right, why the fuck am I bothered? No, it's usually you come away for a funeral of a loved one or whatever and it makes you think. You know, it makes you reflect on, you know, what's really important and who's important. You get to Christmas and remember, it's not what's under the tree, it's who's round the tree. You keep getting reminded of these things, but nobody wakes up and not like you've pictured next to it. If that reminds you, then you go down that road, it's shite. I'm going to get up and I'm going to do about the day. If I can see another smile on my daughter's face, bingo. Take me now. I don't care. I've saw what I needed to see for the day. You wake up the next day, I've got to get another smile. And you start fucking building this thing where life isn't as bad as the man in the media would portray for the podium, standing above you, telling you through the wee box that this is what you should do this, do that. And because then you think, hang on, everyone else isn't doing that. Do you know what? Boom. It's that many they clips and adverts that they say, no, the easiest way to solve depression, turn the fucking telly off. It's so fucking simple.
Because we've been drip fed fucking shit for years.
And speaking of turning the telly off, we're time
there.
again. So I want to leave this session. Andrew, you have, as long as you need, if you've got something you want to say, something you want to push, do it now, please.
Links in the bio.
Links in the bio.
Thank you very
PayPal
much.
somewhere else.
No, listen,
push
you for letting
the
us
ticking
cover
over. I insist that you give your YouTube channel a plug.
Aye, ticking over. Get us on YouTube, Spotify, all there's loads of different platforms. We've got our Facebook page now set up, our Instagram page set up.
And they've got Brook Bond,
and if
Uncle Buck, and Penfold.
If you are interested in coming over and having a wee listen, we get you involved. We want you involved. We ask you your questions. We ask you to ask us things. And we want your opinions as well. So that's great. And lastly, thank you very much, James and Alan as well.
Thank you, sir.
It's been an absolute pleasure. As I say, before I go, the only thing I would say, just talk. Just talk. If you're out there, just talk.
Yes.
Just
talk is indeed cheap.
Very cheap. It costs fuck all. Fuck all. Buzz
Here we go.
Oh, that was a classic. Here we go.
Here we go.
Easy hour, that one.
It's too quick.
Time travel, by the way.
I know.
Fucking time travel.
The DeLorean will take you there. No flux capacitor required.
It's amazing how everything always seems to come back.
Weird. Very strange. I'll say toodle pip and hi ho silver away.
I'll say here we go and cheerio.
I'm just going to copy G. Here we go.